I believe everyone around the world take inspiration from their national anthem, but I'm particularly very fond of the words, of the lyrics of our national anthem, the part where they say that this flag of the crescent and the star, let it be the symbol of our progress and our excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the future, it is definitely fluid at any point in time. So to envision and to bring together some of the most brilliant minds of the country under one roof and to try and see what the future holds is definitely a big task. And we are very privileged to have amongst us the founders who came up with the vision, and they have been going strong, as today we bring to you the 5th Future Summit. And for those of us who are joining online, I must also once again reiterate that this is a hybrid gathering. Not only it is the four walls of this room, but we are also connected with hundreds and thousands of people on our social portals. We are being watched live right now on the Nutshell Group Facebook page, the Martin Dow Facebook page, and also the Nutshell Forum YouTube channel. And they are connected with perhaps the best of the best minds in the country, both at every level, in the policy making, in the policy influencing corridors, and of course, the real movers and shakers themselves. The last 2 years, 2.5 years, have certainly fast forwarded by, and it has given us a new realization of what the future can be. Despite our best plans, it can look very different. There can be COVID, there can be pandemics, there can be the whole logistics route and supply chains of the world being affected. So how do you actually navigate your way through is the prevalent theme that we'll be bringing into focus in this day and a half. But more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, we must acknowledge future, present, and the past. It's incomplete without collaborations. When teams and like-minded people and organizations come together, miracles can happen. And today we must acknowledge we have with us the 3 founders who, of course, are present with us and will be enlightening us with their thoughts as well. Please give it up. Please give a big round of applause to the one and only, the founder of Nutshell Forum and presently also the Minister of State and the Chairman of Board of Investment, Mr. Asfar Ehsan. Following the legacy of his visionary father and presently the chairman of Martin Dow Group, Mr. Ali Akhai. And of course, one of the most forward-looking, collaborative and future-oriented organizations of Pakistan, and also our platinum sponsors for this conference, ladies and gentlemen, the president and the CEO of Engro Corporation, Mr. Riyaz Khan. Their support and patronage over the years has helped the Future Summit to grow into one of the most powerful, influential platforms of the country. And I must remind you, if you're picking up truth bombs and nuggets of wisdom throughout the day and a half, please feel generous enough to share it on all your social media networks as well. And for that, please use the hashtag The Future Summit or hashtag TFS. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this moment, we'd like to invite one of our founders and one of the key forces in terms of his individual contribution and also his organizational presence for the opening remarks and to officially kickstart the Future Summit 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the chairman of Martin Dow Group, Mr. Ali Akhai.
Thank you, Sidra, for the introduction. Chief Executive Strategic Engagement, Nutshell Group, retired Air Chief Marshal Suhail Aman Saab, Minister of State and Chairman Board of Investment, Mr. Asfar Ehsan, elite speakers, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the Future Summit. And thank you all for being here today. And thank you, Nutshell Group, for co-hosting Future Summit with Martin Dow. This summit comes at an opportune time when the global playing field has a new environment with new rules. The summit's theme, What's Coming Next, is possibly the most important subject for the next 10 years, as it addresses life in the world as we know it. There is a lot to debate and even more to accept the realization of change. Just like at the beginning of the pandemic, entrepreneurs were focused on being resilient, to adapt and survive the changes that were coming forth due to COVID. We had to turn to see the trends and opportunities of crisis such as digitization and remote work. Today, after 2 years of the pandemic, the change still continues and has become a constant part of the new normal. Importantly, what's coming next is a higher standard of competing in quality, localization, consolidation, digitization, adaptability, and of course, rapid and constant change. What these 2 years have taught us is that we have revolutionized manufacturing and logistics, especially in healthcare, in terms of the kind of responses our doctors and professionals on the front line have provided us. We all owe them incredible gratitude. One of the things that will come out of this is that we'll rethink healthcare all around the world. The kind of work and efforts in bringing new drugs and vaccination and the constant fight against the pandemic for the patients and against the new variants will keep arising. New research is ongoing at pharma companies, at research-led hospitals and medical universities, with the turnaround time of healthcare increasing because of the continuous fight against the pandemic. Last year marked the end of 2021, and we hoped things would be different this year. Yes, the economy has started to grow, and COVID has become the new normal. Travel has changed completely, with PCR and COVID certificates becoming our passports for traveling. Work from home, whether it's COVID-related or not, has become the new normal. Supply chain issues have made it very important that localization should be the next focus point. Adaptability, flexibility, taking care of each other's health, and empathy has become very important. We began 2021 anticipating the vaccine rollout and a post-COVID economic recovery. However, we have ended the year with an incredibly contagious variant, Omicron, and a global shortage of everything, and an economy plagued by inflation. Yet, we are hopeful. We have accepted these challenges and accepted this new normal, and we have found a way to adapt ourselves to respond to the dynamics of this event. In a world with an incipient hunger to recover what was lost with COVID, these are some of the biggest trends that we have all experienced. Remote working is effective, and those of us who succeed in the next year will be those who learn to navigate and adapt their ventures to a hybrid world that knows how to take advantage of both online and offline. We cultivated the hybrid model at Martin Dow, taking our teams into confidence, working with 50% essential staff at the office, giving them and their families the comfort and reassurance that every life matters. Being a manufacturer of essential products, our technical facilities were never shut. We implemented smart working that kept our teams safe and helped them produce efficiently. The next big subject will undoubtedly be the economic recovery. The crisis has led to the deaths of more than 5.3 million people globally. Some of these were bread earners for their families. Others lost their businesses, creating further unemployment, and some fell into poverty due to the pandemic. We need to create new opportunities and offer value to a society that's in need of recovery. Martin Dow stepped forward by introducing Paycon, an innovative initiative. The acronym is short for Pay Continuation, and this new initiative will help our colleagues' families to maintain an honorable standard of living in the event of loss of life while in our service. In the pandemic, the world experienced technological acceleration with e-commerce leading the way in establishing new buying patterns. With everything digital, there has been a rapid growth in purchases of grocery, pharma products, and food deliveries. Therefore, we must embrace technology if we want to thrive in the future. Another factor is that constant reminder that we live in a risky situation. Companies that don't put wellness at the forefront of their talent strategy will find themselves in big trouble to recruit, retain, and empower the best people to create incredible teams. Maintaining good health has become a priority now. Today, people are spending more on themselves than ever before, and the speed and convenience of e-commerce has opened avenues of new flexibility. Spending patterns are changing, and people are working more on fitness to ensure they don't spend money on treating the disease. So, welcome to wellness. Wellness is now a $1.5 trillion market globally, and it's growing skywards. McKinsey research shows that consumers are interested in 6 wellness categories: health, fitness, nutrition, appearance, sleep, and mindfulness. I believe that mindfulness and the pursuit of mindfulness will become an essential part of how we live our lives. In the current environment, creating space for our mind and body to rest and relax will be the core to wellness. Overall, well-being has already become a work priority. In our organizations, let's not forget, our teams have suffered a lot in the last 2 years, from family losses to financial strain that has led to stress and anxiety. We have gone from digitizing the relationship between firm and customer to digitizing the relationship between employer and employee. It's time now to cultivate your talent and operate with a purpose. As always, it's the human element that makes the difference. Talent has always been the most important resource, and leading companies are showing how to develop them. They coach and empower small teams, deploy talent based on skill, and fill gaps through training and development. How companies treat their people now is really going to matter, as talent is becoming extremely scarce. Finally, leaders need to recognize that people want meaning in their lives and in their work. Previous research has found that companies with a strong sense of purpose outperform those that lack one. And those who say they live their purpose at work are simply better employees, more loyal, more likely to go extra mile, and less likely to leave. We have re-articulated our core values at Martin Dow, deriving them from inspiration and guidance of what we do best and what we believe in. People-centric is the basic pillar of our values, and the vision in identifying our values came from our team's insights on the bigger purpose of the organization. Stay close to the winds of the change in future technology, but stay closer to the heartbeat that defines our future generation. Never lose sight of that human touch. Most of us in this room understand what I speak of: the sheer ability to learn from each other, the sync of different cultures, the love and tolerance for your colleagues and neighbor, and the physical and mental stimulation that we need will differentiate the ordinary from the extraordinary. Thank you all for taking the time out and being with us here at the Future Summit. We have an amazing line of speakers today and tomorrow, and I'm sure you will have a great time. Thank you.